Intruder detected.
No!
Okay. I've solved it.
Our expedition has grown thin. Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of course, my lady.
Alright, I would just want to tell you what I tried a lot of things out, and every answer, well, every sign we needed was the one that was connected to alchemy. So it was this alchemy where you can get goods out of mines like silver and iron. The next thing was the moon, because the moon stands for silver and other stuff. And the third one, well, this is the totally incorrect order, but those are the three you need to have. The third one was the... where is it? Damn it, I didn't found it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There. The dragon constellation at night. Because it also was linked to alchemy. And because this dude was an alchemist, this was the correct answer. And this dude just died. Which is kind of a pity for him. Maybe I shouldn't have taken this mission just for the sake of the quest. Just because I wouldn't met those two then anytime soon anymore. But maybe we could have get a quest earlier in chapter 1 from them, and maybe this quest would have failed now after they are both dead, obviously, so they couldn't examine me anyway. And I didn't even cheat at this riddle, because my internet somehow doesn't work at that time, so I had to think of it myself, but I figured it out, so this is at least a good thing. But I don't know, I really hope that this didn't bites me later on if I play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, that those two dudes are dead now. Even though I didn't really like them, but yeah, whatever. Let's just roll with it. I wanna have awesome treasures. Hello, there's a golem, and he will probably kill us all.
A golem? So Darehenna's legend is true?
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our Witcher.
So I guess we should get along famously.
You? What do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Darehenna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
The Master made me a guardian. Nothing less, nothing more. And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are, where we came from, and where we are headed? Is human life predictable in that the cycle of birth and death ensnares it, better than mine? When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later, he listens to tutors, masters, corporals. Finally, he succumbs to the will of death.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Darehenna's mastery. Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
Gehenna, but he is dead. Also guests may pass, but I stop intruders.
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Is it not obvious? A guest keeps his distance, or knows the name word. An intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me, or otherwise interferes with my being.
Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine. My memory is limited.
You're far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The Master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions, within my program, of course.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder.
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure. All others are intruders.
Huh.
I have other questions. Did your creator give you a name?
I'm called obedience and unyielding persistence. I am a guardian and the humblest of servants.
A golem's name is the word that gave it life, and that can take it away. You must have a name.
I own nothing. Everything belongs to my master. How could I divulge the name if I exist solely to protect my creator's property?
So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know is when a
And to think that
Oh, okay.
I have other... Do you remember your creator?
Of course, I was summoned into being by Master Gehenna. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in my stone bowels.
Gehenna is dead.
His word, which animates me, lives on, as does his legacy, which I protect. Empires will rise and fall, rivers will shift their courses, but I will remain obedient to one master on my eternal watch.
I could try to hex him.
Gehenna must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the master, including his privacy, which he valued highly. I can tell you nothing.
Can I ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you an intruder.
Okay.
I have other... Powerful magic created you. Gehenna was a true master.
He is still, since his mastery survives.
As a conscious being, you must be lonely here.
You are wrong. The pain of the world, melancholy, lies within the domain of emotions and feelings. My thoughts are governed by pure logic, restricted by my program.
But you can learn. They say that a penchant for philosophy can only come from curiosity.
In my case, it comes from the will of the master, who liked to speak with me.
And do you feel a need to discuss?
I feel nothing. I just have that need.
Can we discuss the program that controls your behavior?
Of course not.
No, of course not. Alright, sorry, I really like this
I
conversation.
have other questions.
I try the hacks. I will try the hacks. Hopefully, it won't fuck me over.
So you're aware you're...
Oh no,
women-
this
And to
is
think-
the wrong thing.
I have... Do you
Of course, I am
dare, Hannah?
his empire.
You're not an automaton. You're self-aware, and you think. You can make decisions.
You're wrong. I am eloquent and can discern between guests and intruders. I can also deal with the latter. But everything I say and do is limited by my restrictive program. By the way, as an automaton, I am immune to all charms. Stop the intruders.
Ah, fuck.
Die.
Alright. I reload this. I knew this was a bad
golem.
idea.
In my,
And do you...
I feel,
Can we just...
of course,
I have...
Alright, we are back at the spot where I got a new option. Where I can click I know enough. So maybe I can now persuade, is this the right word? Or convince him to let me through.
All right. I think I know how to get past this thing without a fight.
Burglar witchers, philosopher golems, an expedition replete with fascinating discoveries.
And terrible disappointments. Shut up, Adelbear. And you, Witcher, deal with that golem.
He likes his master, that's what I think it is.
We know you exist by the will of your master, thanks to the name word he gave you.
that is true.
You were created to discern intruders from guests. You are to stop the former and greet the latter.
Intruders must be stopped.
By the sacred rite of hospitality, as a guest, I will now enter this chamber.
You are a fool. Customs are a human creation and no part of my code. Stop the intruders.
Fuck. Alright, let's try it again.
I have a... All right. I think I know how to get...
Burglar witchers,
And ter-
And let's give it another go.
We know you exist by the will of your master, thanks to the name word he gave you.
That is true.
You were created to discern intruders from guests. You are to stop the former and greet the latter.
Intruders must be stopped.
Are you aware that intruders may seek to deceive you?
I have stone fists to defend myself against those armed with swords. I have my iron logic to defend against those armed with words.
But intruders could include sorcerers who alter reality. They could be illusionists or mere liars. What then is certain?
My existence is certain, as is my master's will.
Alright, we know that hexes don't work. I'm the Hannah in disguise and I've been testing you.
Since only you and the Master's legacy exist for certain, everything else is doubtful. A malicious intruder could cloud your senses.
I am the Guardian. The Master prepared me for that.
He couldn't foresee everything. So he gave you a mind to compensate. You're much more conscious and intelligent than a guardian needs to be. Your master says, greet guests and stop intruders. That is certain, but everything else can be a lie. And you cannot allow yourself to attack guests. That would be against your master's will.
Guests must be greeted, and intruders must be stopped. This is Tehenna's will. Are you a guest or an intruder?
Doesn't matter what I answer. Your senses deceive you. You can trust only your mind. You can't assume I'm a guest, because I may be an intruder. You can't assume I'm an intruder, because I may be a guest.
This is a contradiction, a paradox. The law of excluded middle.
We've done it. We've penetrated Tehenna's laboratory.
Let's have a look. This is
Wow.
better than I'd hoped.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Maybe you'll get that promotion.
Not if I kill you right now.
There are his notes about the city's history.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it.
Diana mentions some bacteria
Later
strains.
Elorn, Lisa Elorn, later dear!
The device, what is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adelbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, Ma'am.
It's a prototype megascope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt. I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witches. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host, and survived.
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
You think I trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today, but he wasn't always.
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
because I like you.
Really? You really tried to go this way with me? If you would have really liked me, you wouldn't have done this to Triss Marigold. Even if some monarch told you to.
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived?
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
I want to try the artifact with her, so I can see in her mind if she is lying to me or not.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report. You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adalbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
Alright, so I can kill you. This will be fun. Alright, the first one. Ah, yes. I really like this.
I didn't expect that.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
I didn't expect you to take my side.
Well, now choose one person you wish to contact. After that, the artifact's mine.
She really...
Nilfgaardian agents get quartered for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
Oh.
Let's say you...
Well then.
I need to think about how I will use it. I don't know on what to use it.
I wouldn't...
Yeah.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while I eavesdropped.
I shan't trouble you. I have a lot of work to do here.
Oh, really? I can't save now? Think of Dandelion, think of Wadovid, think of Vernon, or think of Twist. Saskia could be an interesting... could give me an interesting information. On the other hand, I would like to know if Twist is still alive and they didn't lie to me. Oh, I hate this decision, but I think Dandelion is at Vergen, so there's no new information I could get from her. I don't really know who Vernon is. I kind of forgot it. Wadovid was some... I don't know, Wadovid. Who was Wadovid? I can't recall. Going with Saskia.
I made sure we'd have a trustworthy cook while in Lochmuin. I'll not allow anyone to slip poison into your goblet here.
I cannot sit here and eat in peace while Philippa rots in a dungeon.
Regardless of Philippa's whereabouts and predicament, you must behave as befits a queen.
Does that rule out caring for my friends?
Philippa will manage. And even should she fail, I'm sure her final wish would be that we follow through with the plan. So eat. You must be at full strength during the summit. A very important task awaits you.
I hope you learned something useful.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
Too bad about Gaspar.
I want to do this again. Can I do this again? Yeah, I know.
Notes from a mutation procedure manual.
What? I found something useful, it seems. Alright, I will look for items here and I will... Yeah, I will most certainly try some other perspectives. So... Maybe the next scene will be the other options I can take, or... Oh, I don't know. Maybe I will go with the other way, so that... No, the artifact... Fuck! Maybe I should try to get the artifact and not let anyone go out with it. Yeah. Alright. See you then. So, let's see what Triss is thinking.
Your fate is in your hands, sorceress.
My fate? You haven't asked a single question about me.
Yet it is all up to you. Your situation is a comfortable one. Do not squander your chance. So, wish to tell me anything?
I'm a sorceress, an advisor to the King of Temeria.
I believe we agreed you would speak only of things I do not know about.
I hope you learned something useful.
I'm just sorry.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks.
Okay, this was that. Let's go to the next one. Alright, next one.
We've been following the Witcher for several days. I know now he's fully on Yorvet's side. Should I terminate them?
Constable Natalis thinks it unnecessary. Your orders are to cross the Yaruga with your men.
Why?
Natalis suspects the Emperor has amassed large forces on the southern bank, near the border. Verify this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And another one.
Tell me again. I find it arousing.
Well, Geralt and I went to Vergen, where my dear friend immediately got into all sorts of trouble. Kiss me here. Good. And since it's widely known you can't abandon a friend in need, I helped him. Now here. Not there. There. Good. Ah, the adventures we had. We presided over Prince Stennis' trial.
Really?
Then Geralt had to fight his way through a mist of wraiths.
And you?
I had another mission, just as important. But you can't expect me to tell you everything now. I have a ballad to compose about it. Now kiss me here. Really put your lips into it. Oh, yeah.
Just what I expected. And let's watch the last one.
Your move, sire?
Yes. You see, Cardwin, I like it when it's my move. And as you have rightly noticed, Mage, that time has come.
The situation on the board favors you, sire.
Indeed. The pieces are arrayed just as I wanted.
My queen is at a disadvantage.
That's putting it lightly. She is cornered. Moreover, you must sacrifice your rook, and your knight cannot possibly block my bishop. In other words, checkmate, Cardwin.
I hope, sire, that the talks in Lochmuin play out as our game did.
I have done everything in my power to position my pawns correctly. I'll know in time who to pin down.
Alright, this was the
I
last
hope you
one.
learned something
And
useful.
I most likely go with Saskia.
I'm just sorry I can't.